Hey, what's up guys, this is your friend DRS, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about some of the crazy and mind-blowing facts which you might didn't know about the Sony. Firstly, I want to tell you all that I'm not good at pronouncing of the name, so won't be judging me at all that things. So let's get started. 7th May, when the company was being headed, 1946, Akio Morita and Masuro Ibuka. They started this company. They both were the tech enthusiasts, and one of the crazy thing is that they were only having the 8 employees, which is kind of a really nice thing. And they started up a electronic store in Japan. See, firstly I'm telling you, I'm not good at the pronouncing, so don't judge me out with that. The company's name. Akio Morita designed 2 different names over here, Tokyo Tenshin Kyogo and Tokyo Telecommunication Engineering Corporation. This was the 2 names which was came up. Later they want to shorten and make the consumer to go about and know about that. So they have decided TTK. The company's name was TTK, but it wasn't catchy. So they decided to make it more gooder. So they told it to TOTSUKO, which means Tosuka. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not good at the pronouncing, but these names are kind of Japanese oriented, so yeah, they're gonna be more pronouncing easily over there. As you know, I was hard at the pronouncing, so Akio Morita noticed that when he was at the visit in the USA, he thought that the pronouncing the name is kind of hard, that huge name, so they told it Tokyo Telecommunications, which means Tokyo Telecom, or you can say Sony, but they hadn't came up with that. Later and later they told it Somy, Somy, but it wasn't that much good for the pronunciation, so they designed the name Sony, which was changed in the logos and that all stuff. So later on, today we all know Sony. How hard is the name of the companies are there, you know? And the journey of the name is kind of hard too. Rice is one of the goodest meal, and the companies like Japan, China, they use this rice as their first meal. So Sony entered the market by selling the rice cookers, which wasn't that much successful. They were only able to sold 100 units. A struggle. So they made that way in the different positions, and now they are a huge corporation. You all know. But there is also some different things which you're gonna be knowing in this video. First product from the brand Sony, not the different name TTK Communication Center all stuff, but the Sony launched their very first which was a radio, a transistor radio, which was known by TR55, which is a really nice thing. Radios were one of the useful things at that moment, so kind of a nice try and started their own way. Sony. Companies are entering the market of the car industries. Sony also once did it, and they are currently in the moving segment of the car industries. They invested 8,42,000 USD in the company named by ZMP. And recently, if you didn't know, Sony showed off a concept car. Kind of a say that they are making a car, we didn't know, but this is a fact. 8,42,000 USD is a huge amount. Sometimes this small brands makes a huge way, and the companies also get the motivated, but the second thing is the country also get into a huge way. That's why Sony and Japan have really nice things. Sony was one of the biggest exporter between the 1960s to 1970s, and they exported too much that it accidentally increased their products in the market of the people's thinking and everything. Also they gone up in the segment called Made in Japan, and also Japan was also helped with this thing, Made in Japan. So I kind of say Sony was a really tech company for Japan, and there are too many different tech companies of Japan which you might didn't know also. If you want to know more about, subscribe right now, because we're gonna make this types of video too. One of my favorite things by Sony, which you might also didn't know, Sony Walkman. If you didn't know, Walkman was one of the greatest thing used by the 90s kids, and I gotta say Walkman was one of the nicest thing. It was like an MP4 player but more advanced, and there were too many sessions of the Walkman, too many different products, too many different things were came up in the Sony Walkman section. Now let's talk about the latest one, Sony's very own PlayStation. Yeah, it was one of the really nice thing. The first Sony's PlayStation 1 was sold around 600 million units, which is kind of a really nice thing. And consoles weren't that much in the craze when Sony came up. There were different companies too, but Sony's thing idea and the things were kind of different. So Sony is Sony, I want to tell you. And the third thing, Sony Music Corporation. Kind of you didn't know about the Sony, and they have a really nice music corporation. Many of the different companies have entered their area and partnership with the music corporation and that all stuff. Also, they have gradually increased in the Walkman section, so interrelated connected. And if you have to talk about the consoles, then the Sony is there. Again, I want to tell you, PlayStation 1, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 3, 4, 4 Pro, currently 5 is going on, but the 4 and the 4 were one of the hugest one ever seen. 5 is currently in the moving position, everyone is trying their hands. There are not too many games, but 4 was just a high-end craze, I want to tell you that. Again, I'm a guy who uses my phone for the gaming purposes, and I have a motivation over there only. Sorry, my idea, concept and things are there. But if I get ever hands on my Sony's PlayStation, then definitely it would be from the Sony. I gotta say in the console section. So I'm a great fan over there. And another thing, Sony smartphone. Dang it, if you are new to the channel, then what you are doing? Check out our videos of the Sony Xperia, the links up in the icon. Make sure you check about that. If you are the one for using your smartphone for the camera section, you didn't know about the Sony, huh? Sony makes the sensors for the camera too. Sony have the camera in the camera section too, and they got kind of premium segment smartphones, but trust me, your DSLR might be replaced by that phone. Anyways, Sony is Sony. These are the 4 things, or you can say the 3 things, except the smartphone, are one of my favorite from the Sony. Now back to the things. I told you they are good, but if you have to talk about them, it was one of the greatest succeed from the company in the smartphone era. They started off with something different, a company in the Swedish known by Ericsson. They partnered with them and made the smartphones and all stuff. They made it under them, and after all, they bought it around $1 billion of share from the company. And the partnership was done in 2001, which is a good thing, because after then the smartphone era started, and everyone knows what is the touchscreen display, what is the screen and that all stuff. And after all, they started off in the segment of the Xperia series. Xperia Mark series is kind of new to each and everyone, and everyone knows about it. But the older smartphones of the Sony were in the Xperia segment, and they have also a different kind of a name. But they were also camera focused smartphone. Sometimes they are used for the gaming purposes. If you know one phone, I forgot the name, but it was designed in the portability of the gaming. It was like a flip-flop, not like that. No, it was coming upside down, a kind of a reminder from the PlayStation kind of thing, but it was something different. It was made from a smartphone, and PlayStation Portable was completely different. Anyways, it was the Sony Ericsson partnership and that all stuff. Sony, consumer technology company. Anyways, Sony had a complete uniform design from the 1970s to 1980s. Everyone were to wear that. A fashion designer make that clothes and everything. Why I'm telling you? Because the guy, one of my favorite guy, Steve Jobs. If you didn't know, Apple's owner, Steve Jobs, or you can say the founder. Apple's fact. Check it out. Anyway, So he took an interest, and the clothes you were seen in the Apple event wear by the Steve Jobs, black and blue jeans, are actually taken from that part. He went into Japan on the tour. He was in the tour of the Sony's factory. He saw something crazy and having some different, not a different dress code, but everyone is having the same dress code. So he took a part and joined with the fashion designer and do the things, and you know the things, black shirt and a blue jeans, kind of a really nice thing. We didn't know about that Sony and Apple things. Some of the things which you might didn't know about the Sony company, the names and every huge genre from the Sony, and you didn't till now you know the company from smartphone consoles and everything. If you are new to the channel, then subscribing, pressing the bell icon and liking gonna be appreciating our work. And again, I'm telling you, I wasn't good at the pronouncing of the words over this video, so don't judge me up with that things. By the way, this is your friend Diaz signing home. I'll catch you in the next video.